Some of you guys have been thinking that I am an Anglophone. For those who know me personally, they know that I'm a Francophone. I was born in Congo-Brazzaville. Congo-Brazzaville is a Francophone country, so French is basically my first language. And my mother is from Cabinda province in Angola. I learned how to speak Portuguese at a very young age. So Portuguese is basically my second language. And in 2015, I found myself in Ghana, and that's where I learned English. English is basically my third language. When I went to Ghana, I didn't know much about English. I just knew some few words. Words like good morning, good appetite, how are you doing? But I couldn't stand and make a conversation of 1 minute in English. So I was an English learner, and I still learn up to now. So in this video, we are not going to talk about Kwanga, Madesu or Sakasaka. I am going to talk about my personal experience, what I did and still do in order to improve my English fluency. I want you to focus so that you can really get these 5 secrets. So if that's the case for you, then you have to watch this video up to the end. So 5 secrets to become fluent in English. Number 1, just practice. You see, one of the things that prevent English learners from improving their English fluencies is lack of practice. Although when they go to school, they practice for some few minutes, but when they go home, they don't practice. They found themselves in an entourage that they just speak their mother tongue, forgetting that they have a purpose of learning English for some months. The very first key in order to improve your English fluency is to practice. When you practice, you don't only improve your fluency, but you also improve your confidence, standing before people and giving your opinion, expressing yourself freely without stress. There are English clubs, Toastmasters, and anything you can find to practice. You can even go to the marketplace and practice with those who are selling. Just find anybody who speaks English and practice with them. Forget about your fears, shyness, and mistakes. I didn't say you should become talkative, but I want you to practice as much as you can. Go out and speak English however, whenever, wherever, with whomever you meet. That can help you practice. Number 2, read out loud. There are thousands of tons of books that have been written for you and I to read. If you are interested in motivation, buy a motivational book and read. If you are interested in leadership, entrepreneurship, in biology, buy the book in the domain that you are interested in and read out loud. The fact is that when you read aloud, you don't only improve your fluency, but you also work on your listening skill. You listen to your own voice, how you sound. It's really important if you want to improve your English fluency. When you read, you will learn a lot. You will feed your brain. You will learn about grammar and vocabulary. Because when you are reading, there are things that you are going to discover about grammar and vocabulary. And you can just check your dictionary if you don't understand. You check your dictionary and then you understand the meaning, and that becomes part of your English. That's how you become more fluent. Number 3, learn 1 word every single day. I got this from a friend of mine, Deogracian Semi. We started learning English together and we were sharing a room. And I noticed that the guy had a small book, a very small book. He was writing and sometimes reading the book. And one day I asked him, what is this book about? The guy told me it's my personal book. And one day we went to the market, we went to buy our stock. And I was always taking advantage of that time to practice with sellers, to discuss and practice. And the guy told me, you are becoming talkative. And I didn't know the meaning of the word. I told him, what did you say? He said, you are becoming talkative. But that's good. That day I forgot about the word and I kept on doing what I was doing. And the following day I asked him, yesterday you used a word that I don't know. You said something to me when we were at the market. He told me, open my small book, page number 2. You see on top of it, you will see the word over there. I opened the book and I saw the word talkative. The French transcript, the explanation, he explained it according to his understanding, and he gave an example. And I said, wow, maybe it's really interesting. He told me that I learned a new word every day. So instead of buying a small book like him, I bought a very big book in order to make sure that I learn a new word every single day. And instead of learning only one word every single day, but I will learn one word, I will also learn a proverb, and sometimes I will learn a quote. You can also do that. Learn a new word every single day. That's how you improve your vocabulary. You can never be fluent in English if your vocabulary is poor. If you want to sound fluent and confident, you have to get a rich vocabulary. So learn one word every single day. If you don't learn a word, at least learn a proverb or a quote. That's very important. Before I continue teaching you these secrets, I know that you are really interested in this video, but did you subscribe? Did you hit the subscribe button? Don't be like a clandestine. You come, you watch my videos, and then you disappear. Let's keep in touch. You can just subscribe. You hit the subscribe button below, right here, and then you will never miss one of my videos anymore. So subscribe right now. Number 4, give your full attention to English only. You see, English is like a lady that you are dredging, and she accepts you. She accepts that I am going to be your girlfriend. Good. Now, if you don't give your attention to that lady, you see other ladies. How is that lady going to feel? She is going to say that this guy is not serious. The lady is going to run away from you because she needs your attention. So when you commit yourself into learning English, give your attention to English only. The fact is that you only have 3 to 6 hours a day to go to the training center and be in an English environment. After going to the English training center, when you go back home, most of your time, what do you do? Which language do you speak? Do you keep on speaking your mother tongue? Do you speak Malenke, Lingala, Bombara? Which language do you speak? If you keep on speaking those languages, English will be jealous and English will run away from you. So you have to give your full attention to English only. If you have nothing to do, watch a movie, an English movie. Even though you don't understand anything, just keep on watching. Listen to the radio. Listen to music in English only. Whether it's slow, rap, R&B, or any kind of music that you are interested in, listen to English. Give your attention to English only. If you don't focus, if you don't give your full attention to English, your fluency will be low. When you listen a lot, it will help you to start thinking in English. Because when you start learning English, it's really difficult. Sometimes you will think in French and then you interpret it. But if you are used to listening a lot, you will train your brain to start thinking in English directly. So give your full attention and do whatever you can in order for you to keep an English environment. Number 5, spend time with those who speak English. Listen, sometimes when you are learning English, you will really be tempted to be with people who speak only your mother tongue. You will notice that if you are a Congolese, you will always stay with Congolese to speak the same language. If you are from Guinea, you will always want to stay with Guinean, and so on and so forth. This is the biggest mistake you will ever make as an English learner. I remember when I was learning English, one day I took the decision of not speaking French, of not staying with Congolese, because I noticed that they were not helping me. Can you imagine? I was new in the language and they knew how to speak English, but they were speaking with me Lingala, they were speaking French with me, knowing that they can speak English very well. They were not helping me to improve my English fluency. If you notice that those people that you are hanging around with, they are not helping you, don't stay with those people. Find people who will help you to improve your English. Those people who speak only English, stay with them and practice your English. So don't hang around with those who don't speak English. It's not an obligation for you to be the friend of everybody. Select your friends. Meet people who speak English. Remember that you have a vision that is speaking English very well. So those are the 5 secrets that if you put into practice today will help you become fluent in English. Now maybe you are waiting for a bonus. I have a bonus for you. There is something else I did that really impacted my English fluency. You have to go to the state of overlearning. You learn how to sell. In English, you learn how to do marketing. You learn how to teach. You learn how to motivate. You learn how to coach in English. So try to practice your domain in English. Challenge yourself. Go and sell books in English. I remember Nicolas Bamamou. The guy was buying books and selling books. He will stand before people and do marketing in English. A lot of friends of mine did this, including myself. Salimatu Kamara from Guinea could practice her passion in English. That is ladies' beautification, fashion, and other stuffs. Josia Erika could do journalism in English. Charles Eugène Kone, Benedict Kassa, Oxford Common could teach in English. And if you ask them, they will tell you that it will really help them to improve their flow, their fluency. So whatever you are good at, go and practice that in English. That is the state of overlearning. You become obsessed about improving your English fluency. Now let me ask you a question, a very important question. When I was giving the tips, did you notice when I was giving the tips and I said number 1, I did like this, number 1. Number 3, I did like this. Number 5, I did like this. Did you notice that? I did them knowingly. If you didn't notice them, then that's fine for you. But if you notice, meaning that you have a problem with your focus, your concentration. Remember, in the beginning of this video, I told you to be focused, right? So if you couldn't focus and you notice my fingers, meaning that you have a problem with concentration. The good news is that I can help you figure out this issue. All you need to do is to hit the subscribe button. You subscribe, you turn on the notification, and when I make a video that I will be talking about focus, you will receive a notification. You watch that video, and that's it.